Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Don't Let It Stu. I met these girls at BravoCon, the first BravoCon I went to. Me and Amy Phillips had the stall. We were selling the cookbook. It's Vanessa and Abby from Real Moms of Bravo. And we have Abby here today, right?
Yeah. Yes, I know.
I'm crazy. No, I'm the worst with names. I just got off Amy Phillips' podcast on Patreon, and we were talking about like Emily's kids. And I said, I've actually met the kids. I've been at Emily's house, and I'm like, don't fucking know what the kids are. Don't know
It's
their
okay.
names.
It's hard. You know, names are hard.
I get like my nieces and nephews' names mixed up because I never see them. So they're just like people in another country, you know?
I have 3 kids and I get them mixed up, including the dog's name. It happens. It happens.
I know Milo, like Milo's
Yeah.
somewhere here.
Yeah.
You know, that's so I like to start off each episode with like what I want to get off my chest. So if you have anything, I'll start. And then if there's anything you just want to like is pissing you off or whatever, like whatever. Okay, everybody, I've been talking about the sofa. The saga started like I won a gift card at a function, and it was a $2,500 gift card. I bought it for $1,000. The sofa was like $3,400, so I had a balance of $900, right?
Yeah.
They were like, no, you owe $2,700. I'm like, no. They're like, no, well, because you're using the gift card, we can't give you the sale price. I was like, no, what? Wait, what? Anyway, we got to figure it out. It was fine. I owed like $800 or whatever. I bought the sofa. It was great. I bought the pet protection thing, the whole thing, right? It's from Joybird Furniture, right? They're all over the country. Beautiful sofa. Jill Zarin sent me a rug yesterday. I laid it down. I posted about it. It's beautiful. Like the whole thing just looks gorgeous, right? I'm so excited to like tuck into it for the winter. The sofa comes, and I've been going back and forth with these guys. The sofa comes, there's fucking stains on it.
Oh, it arrived stained?
Yeah. And like the guys dropped it off, and I was like, oh, it looks great. And it's velvety. So it's like, it's velvet. And I didn't even notice that. And actually, my friend Andrew, who's staying with me over the last weekend, he was like, Stuart, there's like 1 or 2 stains. And I'm like, where? And he's like, right there. It looks like there's like it's like a liquid stain. It's kind of, you can see kind of like the outline of it. And I'm like, oh God, I'm like, fuck. I was like, I hate like, I'm like, how are we going to fix this? Like, are you going to send a cleaning person? Are you just going to swap it out? I mean, it's a brand new sofa. Like, you don't want to be getting it. Like, is this sitting in a warehouse that was sent back from somebody that didn't like it after 90 days, and they repackaged it and they sent it to me? Because it was a ready to ship sofa. Like you can order any fabric you want on this sofa. Like without the sale price, it's like $4,000, right? With the sale, it was like 2,800 or whatever. And then like this thing. But I didn't want to wait like 6 months for a sofa. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna look at the ready to ship colors. And like, I'm sure there's one there. And there was like 7 or 8. And I was like, okay, look, I'll get the green one. It's beautiful, like whatever. So I ordered it. And I was like, great, it only takes 2 weeks and I'll have it. Perfect. I sold my other one. Awesome. So then I'm like, I emailed the manager there. I'm like, hey, look, I love the sofa. It looks beautiful. There's just a few stains. It's no big deal. And then what annoys me, because I had been emailing with him about the first issue. And then he's like, oh, just I'll forward it to that department and they'll reach out to you. I'm like, no, dude, you fucking figure it out for me. Like, I'm working with you. Like, you just like, oh my God, Stu, you know what? We'll have someone over there tomorrow. We'll get those stains out. We're so sorry. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being an asshole about it or not, but then I have this just regular tag just reach out to me, and she's like, okay, you need to fill out this form. I'm like, no, I sent the photographs already to the manager. You don't have that? No, I don't have. You have to do this, and then someone will come out in 5 to 7 days. I'm like, you sent me a sofa that had stains on it. This is your fault. This is not my fault. Like, can you figure this out within a day or 2?
Those like protection plans are such a scam. Like I have one for my couch and same thing. They're like, oh, what was somebody had like sat in gum and didn't realize it. And then I sat down on my couch, like gum isn't covered. I'm like, what do you mean gum isn't covered? And then there was a stain. I didn't know what it was. I just noticed it.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you don't know the exact date it happened, we can't help you.
So, okay. So I'm so glad you just said that. I really am so glad you just said that, because the whole process kind of irked me. And this was not about my my protection thing. Like it came and there was a stain on it. And I sent them an email 20 minutes after the delivery guys left. There was nobody on the sofa. Like I wasn't even sitting on it yet, right? And I sent it to them like, look, everything's great, the delivery, whatever. And so because the process is just like someone still hasn't come and cleaned it. I think they might be coming today. They said they're going to give me a call. I don't know. And so I emailed the guy. I'm like, hey, I said, you know what? I was thinking about it over the weekend. And you know what? I don't want that pet protection anymore. Could you refund my card?
Yeah.
It was $450 for the pet protection thing on top of whatever. I said, I don't want it. Because the way I see it is, first of all, like when I'm not here, I put like a kind of a nice throw on it. The dog can jump up if he wants. He'll be on the throw. It's fine. He doesn't pee in the house. He's really good. He's a good dog. And so if I get a few stains on it, I'll get a steamer out here. It'll cost me $100. And I mean, it's fine. You know, I was like, because I was like you, I was thinking, this is too good to be true. Like what? I'm just going to call him up like, hey, I spilled some like Coca-Cola on the sofa. Like, can you come out and clean it? I feel like it's just not that easy.
No, you have to like, you have to take pictures. You have to have your invoice. And then one time they told me they needed the tag for my couch. Do you know where the tag? I have a sectional. Do you know where the tag is for the couch? The
No
corner. Idea. So I have to crawl under there and get the picture because it's under the corner part of the couch. Well, where you put the corner usually is like cornered with the room. So I can't get yeah. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, I saved a couple $100. Yeah.
You know what? I'm telling you, like the universe is just always speaking to me. Yeah. I just felt that. And now the fact that you're saying it to me on this is just incredible. So I'm like super happy that.
Yeah. Never again will I buy the protection plan. I was like, I'm like, I have 3 kids. I have a dog. It'll be so great to have. No. Yeah. What I want to get off my chest, and I think I shared this with you when we met up after the Us Weekly party at the bar. Yeah. But so I've been traveling a lot for work, and when you travel and you need like an airport snack, I try to find things like a little more high protein so that like it keeps me full a little longer. First of all, it annoys me how expensive beef jerky is at an airport because that's like your best bet.
It's the best. It's so tasty. I love it. Yeah. Like, I agree with you. I just need 4 bags of it.
So I've gotten over the price. I'm like, it is what it is. Okay. Every time I go to buy it, the people at the checkout like shade me and like, do you know this is $15.99 for this small bag? And I'm like, oh, just let me, like, you are robbing me and I'm giving you the money. Just take it. Don't give me your shade and like try to tell me like, well, yeah, I get it. It's $15.99 and the bag of Gardettos is $4.99, but like, I don't want a bag of Gardettos. I want the beef jerky. Yeah. Stop with the shade.
I know. It's like, it is the one product that is so expensive. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, I know it's so expensive. Please don't remind me how expensive it is. It's, and there's like 4 little pieces in there. And then even if like as a chef, like if I was to try and make it here at home, I can turn my oven to 150 degrees and thinly slice it, marinate it in like a soy sauce type thing and bake it for 3 or 4 hours. And that's my beef jerky, basically. That's the recipe.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
No, it takes too long. Who has that time? Yeah.
But you know what? I do this for the people I work for. They, they take airplanes and stuff all the time, and I'll do lunches and stuff before they go. And it is a kind of I go to the lounge, so I always find like the healthy options, like the eggs and the cheese and like some meats and whatever, or I'll just have protein there, and that's what I do. If you can get a lounge membership, if you travel all the time, get a lounge membership. I'm telling you, it's so nice to go and sit there. You don't have to deal with all the stores.
You know what's really sad? So I have to fly out of St. Louis, Missouri. Well, and I have to fly out of St. Louis, Missouri, which I don't know if you've ever been to St. Louis.
They don't have that, do they?
Well, we got one. Do you know what it is?
What?
It's like fruit from the grocery store and like individual chip bags that you give your kids after a soccer game. It's sad.
I need to stop talking. I'm so sorry.
Like, no, it's okay. But anywhere else, though, I mean, the lounge pass would be worth it. But us in the Midwest, we're struggling. And we do fly Southwest a lot. The Delta Lounge, I hear, is like, that's where you need to be.
That's the only thing. I just hit Diamond this year, and I'm just and I was kind of being a bit of a bougie bitch. I like got an envelope. They send you like tags every year, like, hey, you're a platinum medallion, and put your tags in your bag. And I do it because I'm very proud of it,
Yeah, you worked hard.
I'm like, where the fuck is my diamond tags? I'm like, I'm not platinum anymore. I'm sure they're coming, but when it's hard to get that diamond tag.
Yeah. So does that mean you have lounge access anywhere you go now?
I have the Delta Reserve American Express card, like the purple one, and that gives you lounge access. Like the $350 that costs a year is
So
worth
worth
it
it.
for the lounge access. It just is. And like,
Yeah.
it's, yeah, that's how I do it. And
Yeah.
I always go to the airport like 2 hours before my flight so I
Yeah.
can just enjoy it. And I sit there. I love it. Like it's my favorite thing to do. Okay. We've lots of housewives
Oh, we
to
have
get
lots to
through.
talk.
I mean, we're gonna get through OC, and I haven't watched Salt Lake City yet, so I need to watch that. But just so far, like just a real quick like 5 minute on New York. It was so fucking boring this week.
I'm struggling with New York.
Mm.
I do think we have moments like Raquel's story with her dad was like so emotional. And
Yeah.
I do appreciate a first time housewife who will be vulnerable and open up in such an
Mhm.
authentic way and not just like, oh, I want to tell the story. It's sad. So you all will like me.
Yeah.
Like it made
Yeah.
sense. They were asking about her last name. Like it made sense.
It was gut wrenching. I was just
Yes.
like, the dad is like, okay, bye. Have a nice life. I was like, oh,
And then she says that she told her mom she wanted to take her mom's last name, and her mom's like, "My dad was horrible." And it was like this, like, I don't know, it's like
oh.
this generational trauma that you're like, "Oh my gosh, they had to go back to try to find a last
Mm.
name." And I don't know, that broke my heart. But the rest of it, I agree with you. I'm struggling, and I'm really struggling with Bren. I loved Bren last season.
I loved her last season, and I think this episode I kind of felt a bit for her because
Like
it
being
was like
isolated.
she was just isolated. Like Erin wasn't the first one in the pool or when they were on
Mhm.
vacation and stuff. But like we're getting to a point where we're gonna put a cockroach in a pavlova. Like this is the fucking drama. Like you can't think of anything else. Like kind of funny or do a fun game. Like
Or
it just felt very like high school, like we're 12-year-olds and this will be haha funny. And it just was so like produced in a way that what they were probably like before they were shooting it. Okay, we need to do something funny. I'm not fighting with anybody in this house right now. Let's just like we'll figure it out.
we'll throw
You know,
bugs in the
or
food.
yeah. God. It's not
I
even
love a
Halloween.
good well, I love a good prank. And like I think OC last week, their prank of like trying to like initiate like phone sex with the husbands, I thought was kind of funny. Like that to me was like a good, funny, silly prank.
Yeah.
And like everyone said the responses, bugs in the food. It is a
Katie,
little high school.
it was kind of
Yeah,
funny. Katie,
I know.
he's on the golf course.
He's not like that too. Like made me laugh because she's like, he's not even responding. But yeah, I didn't love the prank. I also I have a hard time too. If you're gonna be a full-time housewife and your partner is going to be a part of your storyline,
Yeah.
you have to share more. Uba, I'm sorry, if you're talking about wanting to marry this man and you want to have babies with this man, we need to see more of this man. Like, we're interested, we like you, but you need like, I don't know. And it's been the same thing with Jenna Lyons. Like, you got
Yeah.
to share more.
That's how you don't get asked back.
Yeah. You can't pick and
I mean, it
choose.
is. Or like, I get it, like, maybe make it more solid or solidify the relationship a bit more before you bring them on. Because imagine if you bring them on, then you break up and you're like, "Oh, fuck." You're then the show airs and you have to go through that all
Shannon
over
knows
again.
that all too well.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. OC, it was just I mean, I have my notes, but I think they're just terrible notes, but we'll see. You watched it too, so we'll just get through it together. Um, it was such a great episode. There was so much in it.
I know,
Did you
but
not
I'm struggling with I feel like
No.
no, I feel like we're heading into a really dark place. We
Oh,
are
yeah,
like we're
that I
pulling
agree.
yeah. But yes, I thought it was a great episode. I mean OC this season, I actually have been so surprised. I mean, I thought this was going to be Tamra's redemption tour. Like we're all going to be like,
Mm,
"Oh, no, she's right." Especially when we started hearing rumblings of Ryan like he is the bookie, all this stuff, and it's like, "Oh
yeah,
no, you're just mean." Like it's like I'm having a hard time anytime,
it's
even if she's saying the truth, I'm like, "You're mean."
it's really mean, and it's it's gotten to a point where you can't defend her. Like it just is what it is. But we start off in London. I mean, where does it start? I don't even know how. Like, where does it start off?
Jen's yelling at Tamra.
So Jen's oh, that's so good. Okay, so Jen's yelling at Tamara. Tamara's like there looking like Ben Close in that movie, whatever, where she looks
Yeah,
like
it
disheveled.
was hilarious. Yeah.
It's actually really, really funny. So Jen goes back and then she's like, just leave me alone. Like, I'm happy. I have Ryan. I have my family. My kids love me. Did you get that little dig in there? My kids love me.
Yeah.
Is it like your kid doesn't love you? And so that was, but after I saw that, and I'm actually the whole episode, like Jennifer Pedranti is like my MVP this season. She is just killing it.
Vanessa's like, she's the star of this season.
Yeah.
Like she's doing it in such a unique way. Yes,
Mm,
she is coming in, like she came in hot and she was yelling, but it wasn't like she was defending herself. She had enough. It was almost like you're like, yes, go Jen. Like you
yeah.
deserve this moment. Like take it.
Yes.
Don't feel sorry. Like go do this. It's like because she's been so nice and she's been so forgiving. And it's like, no, like, yeah, like we were all like, I think we're all proud of her. Like
Yeah.
she's
It was like,
really,
enough is enough.
yeah, she's letting her voice be heard. And at the same time, too, I think she does a good job of like defending the right people. And like she seems like I've met her.
Yes.
She seems like a good person. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, she does seem like a good I'd love to get her on the podcast. I really would. I think she would probably come on because
Oh, she's so sweet.
she's
Yeah.
great. Like Emily was like my number one, and I think Emily's number two. I'm sorry, Emily, if you're ever listening.
Emily's still my
I
number one,
also
but
love Emily, but I still love her. Maybe they're like tied. But yeah, Jennifer, like she just has had such a hard time this season with like the money thing, her family, her ex-husband, and even Gina was like, man, like give her a break. Can she not just like everybody's just taking shots at her and
like the
you know,
dress, like it was like
the dress.
yeah, just let it be. Let it be. Yeah.
I was worried about you. You weren't.
No.
Like, you should have called. It's like, I'll call you next time. Like, no, I'm not going to Nordstrom again. But it's like you weren't worried about her. Come on. Like,
did you notice how too this time she's like, let's see what I can wear from Zara? Like,
oh, did she say that? I missed that. Did she say that? That's
yeah,
amazing.
she's like, what am I going to wear from Zara today? I was like, oh, good for you, Jen.
She-
Yeah.
yeah. And she looks amazing. Then like Heather's saying, her stomach looks amazing. And then like Tamara's like, well, she had like surgery. It's like no one can give each other a compliment. It's
Also,
like
she's had 5 kids. Like,
I was like, she's giving me like 2001 Britney Spears VMAs with the snake stomach. Like incredible.
she looks amazing. I think she looks
Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
She's gonna have her moment because I feel like they're just attacking her from left, right, and center, and she's really like coming up, and it just comes back around. Like Tamra is just coming off like just so bad. And I'll read something in a minute, like as we kind of close out the episode of what Jennifer said. I just want to pull it up here. But
Wait, what did you think though when we found out that so Katie was so eager to tell the story of Emily's kids talking
yeah,
bad about Heather, but we found out really it was Katie's daughter who told the kids. I actually believe Emily's side. I don't think 8-year-olds. I have a 7-year-old boy. 8-year-old boys aren't just going to randomly be like, this person's mean to my mommy. Like they don't
no,
they don't think like that.
like the way, and I feel like the way Heather kind of went at her. I mean, Emily really stuck up for herself and I think saved herself. She was like, no, we're not even doing this, right? Like
Yeah.
it was kind of like saying, Emily's like rounding up the kids, like, come sit around. Let me talk about this woman that like doesn't like me. Like, no. So you're saying, so Katie, which she shouldn't have even said anything in the first place. I know she kind of wants to get back at Heather, but I was like, look, it's the kids. This is not a good look. And you're kind of like smitten about it.
You were so excited, yeah, to talk
Yeah.
about I'm like, usually
They're on
the kids are off limits, right? Like,
Yeah.
nobody really brings up the kids. So you are, like, bringing your kid and Emily's kids into this drama completely unnecessarily. Like, to me, it was just like, ick. Like, why as a parent
And you
would
can
you
see
do
it
that?
really like hurt Heather because Heather like is a good mom. Like she loves her kids and like she may be strict or whatever, but she's keeping a tight household. Her kids are all grown up. They're like well to do. They seem like they're going to be successful in life, and she does a great job. So to hear that, you could see the kind of tears in her eyes. Like really, like they think that of me. Like oof.
Or and even, like, the next layer of it, like, a teenager feels like they wanna tell 8-year-olds to not like me. Like, that's where I'm like, "Ugh," like, we're kind
Do
of
you think
teetering
Katie is
in.
telling her daughter that Heather doesn't like her?
I
Yeah,
think Katie
that's
is
what it came
had
from.
told her daughter, and then I think the daughter was like, "I'm gonna stick up for my mom." I mean, her daughter, I think, is 19, is that right? So, I
Yeah.
mean, technically an adult, but very impressionable. You're gonna defend your mom. I don't know, I was like, I hope it wasn't the case that Katie told her daughter to say something to Emily's kids, but it just feels really odd that a 19-year-old girl would be like, "Did you know your mommy's friend is really mean?"
And just the worst person to tell is Tamra. Like, she knows
Oh.
exactly where that's going. Like, there's just so many layers to this episode. I think I can't even keep up. I have like my notes in front of me. The kids' drama, the love story. I love when the daughters came. Hey, mom, what's going on? Like
So
this, the biggest benders they were on in Paris the
I
night
mean,
before.
like, the blonde daughter, the blonde twin, sounded like she'd smoked an entire pack of cigarettes that night. I'm like, "Girl, you were hitting the vape pen hard that evening." Like, yeah, they had a night.
20 pack, like,
Yeah.
seriously. What did you think Heather was defending Tamra in that whole Jen Pedranti, like, scene? Like, she kind of, she Jennifer came in like, "You did a background check." Now we know that Shannon it was kind of the two of them, really.
Which this is my issue with Shannon and Tamra.
You
They
explain this
twist
to me because I'm so confused by it.
it's like they twist stories so much. I'm like, "I don't know what's up and what's down."
Mm.
Like, because I'm like, "What so who am I mad at?" Like, it's like the Spider-Men are pointing at each other when it comes to Tamra and Heather, Shannon and
There
Heather
was
a little bit.
because there was more text messages on Tamra's, well, obviously Tamra and Shannon's phone, but saying, "Oh, you should find out about that." And so
Yeah,
but I think Tamra kind of went a bit further.
yes. I
But still,
think I know
it's
those
both.
2. Right. And I felt like I would have liked for Heather to have either been like, "We're not doing this. Let's put
Yeah.
an end to it," or to be like, this doesn't involve me. You 2 need to have a conversation. I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna go somewhere else." But I did feel like she was defending Tamra, which one? Tamra needs no
Yeah.
one to defend her. And I don't know, I feel like, like Tamra has really taken a bunch of punches and hits at Jen. And like, if I were Heather, I think I would have, like, at least have been like, Tamra, hear her out. Just like, like I felt like she was very much in Tamra's corner. And I don't know, I kind of expected a little bit more from Heather, just given everything.
I'm glad that Heather did sit her down. Like, look, you have to take some accountability. You're just spitting off and you're just telling everybody what they're doing wrong and so forth. I'm glad she had a conversation. She's like, "Okay, I will. I'll do it tomorrow, whatever it is." Um, I feel like Tamara's in a dream. I feel like she's just dreaming. She's not in reality at all. Like, she thinks that she's at to spout off all these things and no one's listening, or it's just like she wakes up and it's like, that didn't happen.
No, I didn't say that. Yeah.
I didn't say that. Yeah, I never said that. It's like, no, there's text messages. So we move on to like the dinner and they're going at it again. And you can tell that Jen has like had enough. And she destroys Tamra in that. And Tamra's completely defeated. She doesn't even come up and she's just like,
I mean, this is like, I feel like 4 episodes ago, we were all like, "We didn't know Jen had this in her." And now it's like, "Oh, be careful if you come for Jen. That's gonna be the new thing," which good for her. She's like a silent little assassin over there. I thought she totally destroyed Tamra.
yeah, she really did. And that's why I think Tamra came back then with Shannon was talking stuff about Gina or trying to find out about Gina, pushing what's his name, the husband down the stairs, or
Travis.
Travis down the stairs, and then that we get into that layer. But I didn't really like when Tamara said to Shannon, like, "And you're a drunk."
I was so proud of Gina for saying, "Can you
Yeah.
stop?" Like, she has her own journey with alcohol, and you need to stop. Although then Shannon turns around and calls Tamara a drunk in the following scenes, but
But here's the thing, accusations are usually confessions. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Maybe Tamara is like drinking a shit ton at home. Like,
Well, we did see, the scene at the dinner
yeah,
at Katie's. Yeah.
this is the cat called the kettle black, or whatever. Oh Jesus. I just think Tamara has this obsession though with Jen.
She
Like
just
she
wants to bring her
does.
down. It's like, I think she's jealous of the fact that, like,
She's
Je
happy.
Jen's happy, Jen's
Yeah.
pretty, Jen is actually a nice, good person, and seemingly is popular on the show while being a
Yeah.
nice, good person, and Tamara had to be a villain at times to
Mhm.
be, loved by the fan base, and so I think there's a sense of, like, kind of jealousy there.
Something's off, and it just makes me feel like something's going on at home with Tamra. It just has to be because it's so wild and it's so mean and so narcissistic, and it's I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, but Jen, I did. I wrote this down. I had to like pause it and like type it out as she was saying it. In their confessional towards the end, she says, I want to say this to you, Tamara, as a friend. You have a sickness and you need help. She does not know how to be a friend. She doesn't know what an apology means. She does not know what it means to hurt someone. She's a mean girl and a bully, and she thrives in it. I mean, that's the definition of pretty much like narcissists,
R
like
I
right there. They thrive in it and they they belittle you and try and bring you down. And Jennifer is like, I don't fucking have a pot to piss in. Like, I've no money, but I have a great boyfriend that loves me, or we're probably going to get married. And, I just hope to God nothing happens, Ryan. I just hope that none of these rumors are true. There's no FBI. There's none of, like, I just hope it all just,
I'm worried it is true
no.
because it's like there's a lot out there that kind of points to it being true, but
Oh,
a little bit. Well, and I don't know, it's just I think if it's like the headlines, there's gotta be a little bit more to it for people to like publish it, or to know that like he's somewhat involved. But for Jen's sake, it's like I just need Jen to get a win in life. It just feels like I don't know. And it's something like the other part of me too. It's like it's hard because she's in her 40s. It's like become an adult, grow up, be a little independent. I think that's Emily's big thing with her. It's like grow up a little bit, but also you just can't help but feel sorry for her too. It's hard.
I know. But I feel like if something was there, we'd already know about it. Because it's been everywhere. So, like, would it not just be out already?
You'd
Would he not
think.
be in jail, or would he not be going to court, or
I mean, he'd
something
at
like
least be, like, indicted. I mean, with Jen Shaw, like, I know it dragged out for a little bit, but they knew
that? Yeah,
pretty early on that she was the one they were going after.
maybe he's being watched. Maybe nothing's happened
Oh,
yet. But
let's hope.
I did. There was a point in it last night I was laughing my ass off. It was actually a few. But when Shannon needed the enema and you're up in the bathroom and stuff, and then all the girls are just like hanging out and
And I'm
stuff.
like, "Why are we all in here?"
She's like, "Hey, like, can I get a privacy?" She's like, "I need privacy for the enema." And so, like, it was so funny because there's probably like 3 cameras there. 3
Everyone's
girls
mic'd.
trying to take a shit,
Yeah.
like,
After an
and then
enema, that's not like, that is not gonna be a dainty
no,
number 2. Like, you want no mics near you.
fucked up. And then, like, they're, like, just sitting down at the etiquette table, and Emily's like, "Oh god, I don't feel so good. I think I need to take a shit."
I love that that's what kicked off the etiquette class. I would have loved it if the lady would have been like,
Amazing.
"So, rule number 1 is we don't discuss bodily functions at the
Yeah.
dinner table." Like, yeah, but also what is going on with all their GI issues? I mean, they're all
I was talking to
constipated.
Amy Phillips about this, because I go to Ireland, like, a lot for my family and stuff, but I never have a problem when I go home. I think it's hydration, and I was saying this to her that, in America, we're obsessed here with water and bottles of water and Stanley cups and all that kind of stuff. Fluids, 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 hydration, hydration. We go to Ireland, it's like the tap is there to have a glass of water if you're thirsty. I'm not like that. I get off at the airport, my dad picks me up or something, and I'm like, we're going to Tesco's. I'm buying 4 bottles of Evian to have in the fridge for the next 3 days, at least. Because there's no water. Like, we don't keep bottles of water in fridges in Ireland. Like, it's like the tap is right there. It's
I mean,
filtered. It's not filtered.
it's kind of how those of us in the States, like, if you're, I don't know, I'll say 35 to 50, that's how we grew up. I never had a water bottle at school. If my kids
No.
don't bring
Yeah.
their water bottle to school, you would think I, like, cause physical
Well,
harm
they
to them.
won't drink water.
Yeah. They won't
You
go to the
remember
water
when we
fountain.
were kids?
Yeah.
I wanted, like, cans of Coke, Diet Coke, 7 Up, like, I wanted all that stuff. I don't even remember drinking water in school. It's so crazy. Um, I actually really want to talk about that. But anyway, so we go back to Heather and then Shannon. They're sitting outside. She has a conversation with her, and she specifically said, "Do not tell the girls."
Also, why would
Right.
anybody want that shared? Their bloody face, like, she's visibly shaking in front of you. You think this is this vulnerable moment she wants wants all the girls to
Yeah.
know? Come
And
on,
then
Heather.
and she's like, "I chose the wrong person. I should have chosen Gina." And then we hear the whole thing with the whole Gina thing. But the Heather kind of gaslit her a bit and was kind of like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a big deal." And it's like, and then we thank God for flashbacks, because I didn't remember her saying, "Please don't tell anybody." You do need those flashbacks.
I had the same thought. I'm like, wait, was it just implied she wasn't supposed to tell anyone?
Yeah,
But no, she like,
really clear.
yes,
It was,
I know.
oh God.
It's this reunion is going to be so interesting. I also can't believe next week's the finale. It feels really
No.
abrupt.
Are you serious? Because I'm seeing the dresses and they're all posting about their outfits or the looks for the reunion, and it's come so fast. So now we're losing. Okay, we're losing OC, but then Beverly Hills is coming back, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
To wrap it up, it's so funny at the very end when Shannon's like, "I'm out of here," and then they start bringing out the cake.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It was just the perfect scene to close out London. I'm sure they're going back tomorrow or the next day, right? They're going back to the OC.
Yeah, I think they said it was their last night. They leave like first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Did you talk to Alexis and
I tried. It was so
John at
bizarre.
the party at the Us Weekly party?
So, yeah, I was like, "Alexis, will you talk to us?" Because we're on the red carpet,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was like, "Well," I'm like, "We're gonna be nice. We're gonna keep it light." And she's like, "Please do, please do." And so I'm like, "Okay." In my head, I'm like, "I'm gonna start asking them about the wedding." I was like, "Do you have a wedding date?" "We do." "Will we see it on TV?" "No." Do you have a theme?" "We do." I'm like, "Alexis, girl, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to think of positive things.
You
Like,
know
can
the
we?"
date? Did she tell you the date?
"No."
I know the date.
You know the date. Is it just
I'm not
give me a season. Spring, summer, fall, winter?
full.
Fall, okay.
Full.
She did
Yeah.
ultimately, I was able to get it's gonna be whimsical, untraditional is the theme.
I mean, I want to be invited. I mean, I know John. Well, I knew John. He
Oh.
was nice to me because we used to hang out with him back in the
Yeah,
Jeff
well,
days.
well, okay, can we bring up the ex? I wasn't sure if we could. Do you
What?
listen to his radio show at all?
No. No, 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 no. No, I don't.
You
I haven't listened to it in a year. I've canceled my Sirius. Like, I mean, yeah.
have you heard anything about this last week on his show?
Sometimes people will DM me like, "Oh, he spoke about you today," or this and the other, and sometimes I like to know him like, "Oh, was it really mean?" or whatever, But no, like a few weeks ago, maybe somebody DM'd me about it, but
Well,
yeah,
you
because I tell people like not to, but
Right, well, and that's why I was like, "Can we bring up the ex?" Okay, so he talked about you on Monday and said that he had a
okay.
dream about you. That Shane had let you in the house to, like, use the
What?
phone, and he got really mad at Shane, and Shane's like, "What's the big deal? Like, he's just here to use the phone. It's no big deal." And then I forgot who else was on with him, was like, I think that means that you miss him."
Was
And
Jeff
he's
mad that he let me in the house? I'm sure he was. Was
yeah,
he?
in
Oh,
his dream, Jeff was very mad. Yeah.
that's really
Which is, like,
funny.
funny, even in his dreams,
It's
Jeff is
funny.
like
I don't like, yeah, that's
but
really because he's going around dreaming about me. I'm fucking having nightmares about him.
yeah.
I'm like,
The juxtaposition, yeah, but no, it
yeah,
was kinda
yeah.
funny that he mentioned you were in his dream, so
It says a lot. I
but
mean, do
you
you know what? I'll take that as a compliment. I guess
yeah.
I was memorable, right?
Well,
It's
and
funny.
you are a dream, so it's only right that he's dreaming about you.
Thank you. That's really
Yes.
sweet of you. No, that's sweet. I mean, I guess if someone has a dream about you, that's nice, right? I'll take it as a compliment.
I wonder what that means deep down inside. Like, what does it mean about your subconscious? Like,
Don't know. Like maybe he saw something about me that day or something, or
yeah,
something maybe reminded him of me in the house or something like that. Like I'm sure there's some things in the house, maybe like a pot or pan or something like
yeah.
that there. But um I know, interesting. I'll ask ChatGPT, what does a dream when an
There
ex
we go.
has a dream about you? What does it mean? You wanted to talk about Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster.
So,
This is all you. So tell me like what's
yes.
going on.
Okay, so I'm not like a huge I wasn't like a theater kid growing up. I was like the
Yeah.
tomboy that played sports. But as I've gotten older, I'm realizing that like the theater world is just like so like obviously dramatic and like
Mm,
there's all
mm.
these different like hierarchies of like who's cool, who's not. And Hugh Jackman, despite his like physique, he is a huge theater kid, theater nerd. He's amazing on stage. He announced his separation, now divorced from his wife. Sutton Foster just recently he announced it like before he was going to football games with Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. So
Yeah.
he's been separated for over a year.
So lucky. I mean, look at the posters behind me. I know.
I mean, Vanessa lives in Kansas City, so it's kind of like she's like,
Oh,
she could run into Taylor one day at the grocery store.
yeah.
But so he has, he separated. He announces it. Sutton Foster very recently announced her separation and divorce from her husband for over 10 years. And now it's coming out that they are together. And she is like very much like a Broadway queen on her own. But then there's also now rumblings, like not to like out anybody, but this is what a lot of the Broadway Reddits are saying, that she's actually his beard. And like this is all so
That's been there for years.
I
Like
know.
I've heard like so many rumors. I've heard so many like rumors about guys being with them and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
this is not shocking or nothing new or anything like that. But it's like if you're gay, just come out and gay. But then it's like, you know what? It's your own decision. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
I don't like when people try and out people either. I just think
exactly.
Perez Hilton used to do it back in the day, and I'd never really and this was the time when like actors or actresses like if you were gay in Hollywood, you didn't work. Like it
It
was
wasn't
that
as accepted. Yes.
it
Yeah.
wasn't accepted. Now you're fine, and like
And
people like
also
my
sometimes
whole
too, I'm like, maybe he's not gay. Maybe he's bisexual. Maybe he doesn't know what he is yet. And it's like not our right to like categorize them. But if it is true and they are a couple, this would be like a theater powerhouse couple. So it could be kind of fun.
Do you know what that's what people say I look like? I look like Hugh
I
Jackman.
could see it.
I don't see it. I just
Y-
don't see it, and I'm trying to like see it, and then everybody's like, you should go as Wolverine for Halloween, which is a cool outfit because it would be easy to do it. Just put a beard on or whatever, stick one on, and people are like, oh yeah, you would look like him. And then I kind of have like spiky hair, so
Yeah.
maybe I can do it.
You could do it. You could pull it off.
Not this year because we'll finish it. What I'm going to get done today. I just text you before.
I
I was
know.
like,
We have to talk about this too. I'm so nervous.
but we yesterday, and I've been talking about it a few times in this podcast. The Menendez brothers update. It looks like they're going to get out of prison, which I'm really happy about. I am.
I am
I think
too.
things happened in that house, and and even if they didn't, they say they did, and that's fine. They've done their time. Like I think what happens. So they'll get resentenced, and the resentencing will be an amount of time in jail, which they've already served.
Yes,
Which
most
I think is
likely.
50 years, right? And then it's like because they've been in 34 years, so it's the two of them, so 34 and 34 is 68.
Yeah. And
And
then it'd be
they get out. They'll
if, like
definitely get out.
a judge has to sign off on it today or something like the resentencing today, but everyone's
They're getting out.
speculating. Yeah, they're getting out. I do think it's right. I mean, I also like when you look at, first of all, they have served a lot of time in jail. Whether there was abuse or not, I believe they were extremely abused. There's been
Yeah.
family members that have come out and said like
And
they are
even go ahead, sorry.
no, like I mean their mom's sister has come out and
Mhm.
said she believes like 100% that they were abused. I think what we saw with Gypsy Rose, like, yes, you do need to serve some time. You can't just go killing people because they
Yeah.
abuse you. But also, like, we have to have some sympathy. I think the way we view victims of that has completely changed from when they were sentenced. But also, at the end of the day, they were never really a threat to other people in society, you know? So, like, the biggest people they were a threat to was their parents.
Their
And
parents. And
that's,
even he apparently did something with one of the band members of Menundo. Is it that
yeah,
band? Someone
yeah.
came out and said like he kind of molested him. I don't know what the term is or
That's
whatever.
what, wasn't it, was it Enrique Iglesias's, like, family was in that band or something? There's somebody who was, like, part of that band.
Okay.
I could be mixing
Yeah.
up stuff, but,
Um,
I think they should be free. I do.
they served their time. They did the
Yeah.
time, like, and they were good. Apparently, they were good citizens in jail, and they did a lot of great things. I think they
Yeah.
got like diplomas and stuff, didn't they, or like degrees and things like that?
Yeah, and it's like, isn't the point of incarceration rehabilitation? Like, it seems
Yeah,
like they have been rehabilitated. Let's give them a chance.
I really think George Gascoigne really wants to do it though, because he wants to get reelected here too. There's definitely something got to do with that too, because
Well,
a
the
lot of people
timing.
don't
Yeah.
like him because of the crime in Los Angeles, and he
Yeah.
really, they're saying like he hasn't done enough for Los Angeles in that respect after after COVID.
Mhm.
So we'll see how it plays out. When do you think that would happen? Like in a week?
I would think it'd be relatively soon. I mean, with Gypsy Rose, it was relatively quick when she got released. So
I don't know. Next week it's gonna be a special Don't Let It Stu. Don't know what my face is gonna look like. Later on this afternoon, I'm getting a CO2 laser. It is the same type of laser that Tamra Judge got. I don't think I'm gonna look like Tamra afterwards because I think she got one or two other things done,
she
right?
had like a
With
facelift and something else to like a
got
peel. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why are you doing this though? You have beautiful skin.
because I used to work at this doctor's office like years and years ago. It's a dermatologist's office in Beverly Hills. It's a really, really nice one. And I can't say. I wish I could say what I can't say, but anyway, basically, I met a person there that I may have dated like back in the
Oh,
day.
okay.
Okay, so I've always like known a few of the staff there. They've stayed there over the years. The person that replaced me, I was the office manager there, right? I needed a job when I first moved to LA. Someone put me in contact with this doctor. I was his executive assistant. I was able to do dinner parties at the weekend. It was perfect for me. And so I would get free Botox and whatever, right? And
Great.
so I ran into the office manager, my friend, and I said to him, I said, listen, I said, if any of the new dermatologists in there need a face to use a laser on or anything like that, like free procedures, whatever it is, like let me know. I said, things are different now. I'm 43. Like, I'm not like 28, like 31 anymore, right? And so he like texts me a month later and he's like, there's a doctor here. She wants to do the laser on you. Like, do you want to do it? I'm like, yes, book me in. I said, it has to be full though. It can't be like sunshine, whatever. So all it'll do, like, I don't have much sun damage on my face. I don't think I do. And so that's when you have a lot of sun damage. Now, you know, those OC girls, they love to lie out in the sun. They're always tan, they're beautiful, all that stuff. So all the crispiness and stuff that you saw Tamra with, like, that will be sun damage that will come up to the surface and flake off. And her skin looks amazing now. I mean, you see it.
The joke's on all of us. She looked terrifying as she was doing this, but like her skin is incredible now.
I feel like that was pretty much like a 10. Like, I think I'll be like a 4.
Oh, the level?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That was like a 10.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people get it done before, and it depends what your skin is like before you get it. So anyway, I'm getting it done at 2:00 today. I have to numb up for it. Like, they inject your face with like lidocaine, I think. And so I won't feel a thing, hopefully. My pain threshold is pretty good though, but I'm excited. Like,
I mean, are you gonna like share updates? Can we follow along?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I'll post about it and stuff like that. I don't think I'll do it like she did.
Hourly?
I think I'll do like day 1, day 4, day 5, day 9, or like whatever. And then I'll put it together in a reel. I'm like, anybody interested, like DM me for questions, like whatever. Go to this office if you want to get it done, like why not? But, and I'm doing that. They're not even asking me to do that. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for you, but I'm also nervous. Just because after watching her.
Everybody's so nervous for me. I'm like, you should be nervous. Like, I used to work in this office for like 3 years. Like, they're really good people. And if anybody wants to know, it's skincare and laser physicians in Beverly Hills. If anybody wants to go check it out, amazing people in there. But yeah, that's it. But I'll send you a photograph this afternoon after the procedure. So
okay. Well,
oh my God. So they just text me right now. He's here to clean my sofa.
No way.
Okay. He's one stop before he gets to me. There we go.
Well, let's hope it all works out. I think they will. I have a feeling. I have a good feeling.
Oh yeah, it will. I mean, it's not bad. It's just a few little. Thank you so much for coming on today. And I want to have both of you back next time.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. Both of you back next time. Please tell everybody where to find you on Instagram, podcast, Patreon, all that stuff.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm Abby with the Real Moms of Bravo, and you can follow us on Instagram at at Real Moms of Bravo. Our podcast is Real Moms of Bravo. You can listen to it wherever you listen to all your podcasts. And we recently started a YouTube channel, so you can also watch our episodes too. And that, I don't know the site for that. I think it's probably like youtube.com/Real Moms of Bravo, but Google it. It'll pop up. Yeah. But thank you so much. We'll have to have you on. And yes, next time it'll be both Vanessa and I. She is deep into Halloween stuff with her kids. And so she's got a trunk or treat. They've got a Halloween parade.
We have Beverly Hills coming up. So we could do it for Beverly Hills, like the first or second episode.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. And have a great Friday. We shoot this on Friday and then it'll air on Monday, everybody. So have a great weekend.
You too.